interestingly, on the 10th of May, 1940, Hopkins is dining with FDR at the White House as they're digesting the gargantuan news that has come across the Atlantic. You know, that Churchill has replaced Stalin, the Germans have invaded from the West, blah, blah, blah. You know, what are we going to do about it? And Hopkins is about to get up and go at the end of the evening. And FDR says, well, you know, why didn't you just stay here the night? And Hopkins goes, well, I haven't got any of my stuff. So he says, well, no, I'll send someone around to pick up your kind of wash things and I'll lend you some pajamas. And basically, he never leaves.
Yeah.
He just stays there for the duration of the war. And he actually lives in the room where Lincoln signed the Emancipation Act 77 years earlier.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And Hopkins is this incredibly shrewd operator. And I don't know if you remember, but Admiral Gormley, who later gets sent out to the Pacific, in the autumn of 1940, he gets sent over to Britain.
Yes.
FDR sends over loads of people to Britain.
Yeah.
Toohey Spots, so later the kind of strategic Air Force commander, Gormley, various people, because he doesn't trust Kennedy at all, who is Joe Kennedy, father of JFK, who is the ambassador to Britain. And to report back on, you know, what they think the likelihood of Britain surviving. And they all come back and go, Britain's going to pull it off. It's going to be absolutely fine. Yeah. It's much stronger than we think, you know. It's going to be okay, but it's going to need some, you know, material.
They're going to need help, and also there's lots to learn here from. I mean, because Sputz particularly comes away with lots of ideas about air power, having seen what the RAF can do rather than what the Luftwaffe can do. I mean, interestingly.
Yes, absolutely. But while Gormley's there, he first moots that should America come into the war, yes, there will be a Germany first policy rather than Japan. That is then reinforced in the new year with the ABC One talks. Yeah. And that in turn is preceded by Hopkins's first visit.
Yeah.
So FDR sends him over to London. And there is this, immediately Churchill absolutely kind of bends over backwards, gives him the personal tour of number 10.
Yeah.
They hit it off really, really well. They have a sort of similar sense of humor. They kind of, you know, they just strike an chord. And Hopkins sort of tells it as it is, but is very charming with it in a kind of very obviously American rather than British way. He's not being obsequious, but he's got bundles of charm. And there's this fantastic moment which is recounted in those Jock Colville diaries. Yeah. Where on the 11th of January, Churchill tries to give Hopkins a kind of full British treatment. So he takes him to this place called Ditchley, which is a huge country house near Oxford, to give him the full kind of British, you know, Downton Abbey experience, basically. And in the evening, they have this dinner, and Churchill is sort of, you know, spouting forth, and he says, you know, we seek no treasure, we seek no territorial gains, we seek only the right of man to be free, we seek his right to worship his God, to lead his life in his own way, secure from persecution. And there's a sort of pause, and he says, what will the president say to all this? You know, and obviously what he's trying to do is ape the
language,
but ape the Constitution, the American Constitution. You know, sort of thinking this is exactly what they want to hear. And Hopkins says, well, Mr. Prime Minister, I don't think the president will give a damn for all that. You see, we're only interested in seeing that goddamn son of a bitch Hitler gets licked.